In this video, I'm going to talk about Goldfinch Protocol and why I think that this DeFi gem can pull a 50x from today's price. As y'all know, I am extremely bullish on the DeFi sector as a whole. I think things like DEXs and real-world asset coins are going to do extremely well in this bull run. And Goldfinch being a real-world asset coin, RWA, it's a very hype narrative, and I think it's going to see a lot of traction in the future and a lot of use cases as well. So looking at the price of Goldfinch today, it's sitting at $4.50. In the past year, as you can see, it's run up a lot. We did have that giant spike up in about like 2 weeks ago from about $1.80 all the way up to $6 actually. It hit a high of $6 and then now it's retraced back into that $4.50 range. I think right now is a pretty good time to pick it up. It's been consolidating for about a week now, and especially with the recent drop in price of all of these altcoins across the board, I think right now is actually a great time to pick up some Goldfinch. This project is absolutely amazing. I've done my research and here I'm going to summarize what I found for you guys. Reason number one is going to be the technology, or rather it's actually the vision for Goldfinch. So rather than just being limited to a crypto native lending tool, Goldfinch actually aims to bridge that gap between crypto and blockchain and also real world revenue streams. So basically it allows people to finance and lend their USDC to other institutions in the real world. It's basically bringing real world revenue streams into the blockchain in a decentralized manner, and this can actually unlock multi-trillion-dollar markets. Reason number two, of course, is the fact that Goldfinch sits in the DeFi space, more specifically the real world assets RWA space. And I think this space is going to see a massive amount of growth in the coming years, especially in the next 1 to 2 years, as more capital flows in, as you have these giant investors, right, like BlackRock, a lot of these hedge funds, a lot of these VCs, they start putting their assets on chain and they start looking into these areas of investment. You're going to see a lot of these projects like Goldfinch absolutely take off because of this hot narrative. Reason number three is going to be the fact that Goldfinch has a lot of experienced leadership driving adoption. Goldfinch was founded by a team from multiple backgrounds in major institutions like JP Morgan. So they know what they're doing. You know, they've been in the space for many years, and they've already made incredible strides to partner with a lot of very large investors like BlackRock, who are now utilizing their platform. And reason number four is the fact that Goldfinch is backed by a lot of crypto heavyweights, right? You have those top VC firms like Coinbase Ventures, for example, that are investing millions and millions of dollars into GFI. And of course, these VCs aren't just your average, day trader. They're teams with ton of experience, and they've done their due diligence on these projects. The reason why Goldfinch was listed on Coinbase so fast is because it is literally backed by Coinbase Ventures. They want this token to succeed. Usually it's pretty difficult for a token to get listed on Coinbase, but for Goldfinch, it was able to get listed pretty quickly. So that just shows how much Coinbase actually trusts this coin and how much that these other large investors trust Goldfinch as a project. So this is the website of Goldfinch Protocol. As you can see, stop worrying about crypto money games, start lending your USDC to real world businesses worldwide, right? So it's basically saying you can actually lend your money, right, to these real world businesses and earn interest from that. So that's an extremely bullish case because it's an actual use case in the finance world, right? DeFi is actually one of the only narratives currently that is actually directly tied to the backbone of crypto, which is the crypto investors themselves. We are the ones that actually adopt this technology, and we're the ones that use it. And the fact that Goldfinch Protocol is completely revolutionizing the way that real world assets are tied to the blockchain, that is something to be very bullish upon. As you can see, almost $100 million in active loan value. You have $100,000 of 30-day protocol revenue. Goldfinch is definitely doing some big numbers right now. Of course, Goldfinch is backed by so many large VCs and other investment institutions. You have Andreessen, which is huge. You have Coinbase Ventures, another big player, right? You have Access Ventures, you have A Capital, you have SV Angel. You have so many investment funds that are pouring money into this project. This is probably one of the best kind of portfolio of VCs I've seen for a project in a very long time. But Goldfinch allows and expands access to capital. This is huge. You have tons and tons of startups that really do need capital, and Goldfinch is an easy way to allow them to get that capital. This means that everyone, right, from startups, from institutions in New York, from all ranges and sizes, can borrow money. I mean, let's just look at the chart again for Goldfinch. I think we are still extremely early, right? We only have a market cap of 132 million, which is very small in the grand scheme of things, especially with the partners that they have. Of course, we do have a circulating supply of 25%, so that's pretty low. There's still a lot of the supply yet to be released, but you can see that the fully diluted market cap is 50 million or 500 million. So that means it's still under a billion. It still has a ton of room to grow. I would probably look at this number rather than this number in terms of your future price predictions. But in terms of the price right now, $4.53, it hit a high of $6 already. So you're already picking it up at a discount from at today's price. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I've been picking up a lot of Goldfinch the past couple of days, right? And I'll continue to pick up more Goldfinch, especially if it drops back down into $3, $3.50 in that range. I'll definitely pick some more up. But right now, I think Goldfinch is doing great. I see a lot of future price movement for this coin. And in terms of my price predictions, like I said before, the inflation is going to be something you need to look out for in the future. Right? We only have about 25% circulating supply. So with that in mind, I think a bearish scenario would be $30 to $40 for Goldfinch, right? This would put it at around anywhere from like a 7x to a 10x from today's price, which I think is extremely doable. I think it could probably hit that, honestly, by the end of the year pretty easily. Looking into most likely, I think $40 to $80, right? That'll be about a 10 to 20x from today's price. That would make Goldfinch a $5 billion to $10 billion market cap coin, which I think is definitely doable, especially with the partners that Goldfinch has. And in the most bullish case, I think $100 plus could be likely. And I honestly would not be surprised if we hit $100 plus in the peak of the bull markets. That's going to be it for my analysis of Goldfinch Finance. If you guys want me to make more videos on Goldfinch Protocol, then please let me know. I love making videos about coins in the DeFi space. I actually work in finance, so this is something that really interests me. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more videos, and with that, I will see you guys in the next one.